Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Yeah, we right back with it. What's up, y'all? It's the Doomatron. And we back with another one right away because I'm like, yo, I got to talk about my man Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Shout out to the whole Mexican community. You got yourself a real contender at the 175-pound division. Has he been tested enough yet? Has he been tested enough yet? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Is he ready? Is he ready to avenge his Mexican bros' loss and defeat? Mexico's boxing prodigal son in Canelo Alvarez? Is this the man to do it? Is this the man to get the get back from Dimitri Bivol? Now, we all knew that Canelo Alvarez had his hands full when going up against the champ in Dimitri Bivol. Much bigger, much more skilled than a Sergey Kovalev. In a lot of boxing hardcore hearts of hearts, he was literally going up against a lot. But we were, obviously many of us were just blinded by what Canelo was doing and, the level of success that he continued to have. So we were hopeful. But Dimitri Bivol is someone to really worry about. And Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez feels like he can handle a handle. Now, this is a quick hitters here with your boy Doomatron. Again, everybody that's tuning in, shout out to everybody that showing love. Don't forget, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and hit the like button if you appreciate the content I'm kicking out. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so help out the Doomatron getting there, man. Because once I get to 1,000, I could actually get monetized and make a few coins for the work that I do. So I appreciate you guys. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm just here doing it some more. So let's get into it. Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez is obviously the is the mandatory for Mr. Dimitri Bivol. WBA ordered this, and I think they went into negotiation, purse bid. I don't know if the purse bid has gone to purse bid or not, but they have some time right now to negotiate and kind of fall into place. For this fight to fall into place, they have some time right now. And again, I want to shout out Boxing Scene and Jake Donovan for the article that was published on Boxing Scene website. Shout out to him. It was just a quick take as well. And the fight was ordered in July 11th with the two sides granted a 30-day free negotiation period before the matter heads to purse bid hearing. So there you go. In 30 days, if they haven't had any, negotiation mapped out, this will go to purse bid. So hopefully these guys can get it together and they can make something happen. Dimitri Bivol, don't know what he has in store for himself as far as what he got going and what he got lined up. It was a big deal and a lot of money, I'm pretty sure, that he made in the fight with Canelo. So his return to the ring, many believe that it would be, a Canelo fight again. And I don't think that seems to be the case. But, your boy Doomatron's been out of the loop a little bit, so I'll just recheck again. And, of course, there's nothing lined up for the champ. So the fight that's being ordered is probably what's next. After everything's mapped out, I guess, in the negotiations, everything's squared away, we'll be able to get the exact date. But this seems to be what's in line and what's in store. Now, let's talk about the fight a little bit. Zurdo has been doing a great job in acclimating. He is incredibly big. I mean, I got to tell you, he's big for a 175-pounder. And he showed this in his fight against Bozel. from Germany. And it was surprising to me how big he actually came into the ring. He was pretty big. I believe he was about 204 pounds when he rehydrated. So you got a guy who's making 175 pounds, then rehydrates almost 20 pounds. It's 19 pounds from 175 to 204. So as you can see, Gilberto Ramirez was not fooling around when he jokingly said in an interview that he would, he could fight in heavyweight. Obviously, I don't know who you would put him in there with. He mentioned himself in there with Wilder, AJ, and another name. But I don't know. I don't know how real that was, or if that was even a possibility for him in the future. But if you really take into consideration that he was 204 pounds rehydrated in that matchup with Dominic Boisel, I would say that he can make heavyweight. And he has good height, too. Now, again, let's talk about the matchup. Dimitri Bivol, guy who, he got it from the mud. He understands what it is to go through adversities. He understands what it is to go, to grow up humble, on the poor side. There was even rumors about him wearing ballet shoes when he first started fighting, and practicing in those. So I don't know how strong those feet are, but if you were fighting in ballet shoes, let me tell you, you got some strong toes. Dimitri Bivol is a whole different animal, comparing it to a Dominic Boisel, a Uniski Gonzalez, a Sullivan Barrera. I actually I like the body attacks that Zurdo had in the Sullivan Barrera fight. He was able to finish Sullivan, a guy who's always durable, really. So that was a plus on the 175-pound jump. Uniski Gonzalez, I think, was a rough and tough approach that he had in fighting Zurdo. I think that at pockets he would have a little bit of success in pushing Zurdo back. So I never saw Zurdo really, overwhelmed in any point in the fight. It didn't seem like he was being overwhelmed, but at times he did. You saw that Zurdo would have to retreat and fight on his back foot. Some movement here and there. And it was okay. It was okay seeing Zurdo back up and use some movement. A lot of the times we start to, put these fighters in cookie cutouts that they only could do this and this is the only. No, a fighter can be a brawler all day and then all of a sudden his plan switched up. And let me tell you, if it matched the opponent, it's okay. It's okay to turn brawler into a boxer or a boxer puncher. Obviously, game plans with the training and everything else takes a lot of strategic planning, but it can happen. Dimitri Bivol, however, is a harder task, and I believe, and I know there's a harder task than Sullivan Barrera. So after the Sullivan Barrera fight, you see the quotes and you see it on the PBC. I think it was on PBC. He was fighting that day with Sullivan Barrera, if I'm not mistaken. But if it wasn't, forgive me. And he said, Bivol, I'm taking souls. I mean, this was it's quoted from what Zurdo said. I'm taking souls. Dimitri Bivol, you're next. So he's trying to snatch up souls in this 175-pound division. But I think that for the most part, he has an undefeated record. He got 44-0. He's shown discipline. He hasn't lost. There's been at times in his divisions, in the lower weight divisions, where he seemed a little not there. Might have been, probably might have been attached to, making that weight. The guy's big, man. If you see rehydrating at 204, maybe this was the right thing to do, and he feels great. Now, again, comparatively to Dimitri Bivol and Sullivan Barrera, any of these guys that he's fought at 175, is a whole different animal. It's a whole different animal. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to get through those first 6 rounds. And then into the second half of the fight, really to really start to deteriorate a guy like Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol is very well put together defensively. He has good power. He's able to pick his fight, pick his pockets, and he's not somebody easy. Now, if you really look back, a fight that I wanted to compare because of the length and the height and the overall size of Zurdo. Craig Richards in that fight gave Bivol a lot of problems. Shout out to my man Anthony Johnson. Hit me on a return. Appreciate you. Nah, that was too low. What's wrong with y'all, man? Hit him with the loud one. There you go. Yeah, so I took a look at the Craig Richards fight, and Craig Richards, man, shout out to Craig Richards. He really gave Dimitri Bivol a problem. Went the 12 rounds, was able to catch Dimitri with some good pullback counters. So I say to myself, can I compare Craig Richards to Zurdo? Obviously, different styles and whatnot, but Zurdo having a more forward, aggressive style. You know who I actually compared, and it's not the same weight division, obviously, but I compare Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez to a Navarrete. The reason I compared in the way is in the way of his physiology. For the most part, Navarrete has these long arms with these huge like elbows and shit, where he can hit you from different angles that normally a fighter with less reach couldn't really hit you with, and he's able to do that, and he's able to conserve energy as he's doing it. So I believe the Zurdo has the same type of body composition, but on a bigger frame. And he's able to go in there and hit you with these combination punches and pick his shots, and able to use that advantage, that arm reach advantage. So I think that comparing Rich to what Craig Richards did, who had the reach advantage, confusing height with reach, but the reach advantage that Craig Richards had, it's comparatively to Zurdo's alike. So a guy like Zurdo, who's actually more on the attack, to me is going to present a bigger problem to Dimitri. Now, again, guys, styles make fights. I may be talking apples and oranges here, but I believe that this is going to be a problem, absolutely, for Dimitri Bivol. And Dimitri Bivol, obviously, this is his normal weight class. So, I mean, he could probably rehydrate just about the same thing. So I don't think that the weight rehydration is going to be a big issue for Dimitri Bivol, since he is a big man himself, 6 feet tall, really. So there's no real big difference. I take more to the actual reach in the arms. It's a 2.5 inch reach, I think, on each side, and 2 inches of reach and height. So the reach and height isn't the issue. It's the arm length. That's the issue. Got about, I think, 1.5 inches on each one. 1.5 inches, how much can 1.5 inches really matter once you're, throwing punches and crazy velocities and different styles? But it can mean something, especially when the combination punching starts to come in for Zurdo and the attacks are really landing. This could be a big difference. But Dimitri Bivol, being the guy that he is, excellent boxer, able to move on that back foot. And if you see traditionally, his back foot, Dimitri Bivol's back foot, his back foot is usually like on a taekwondo stance. If you were to stand ready to do a side kick, you'll see that you're standing, parallel. Your feet are parallel. When you're in boxing, your front foot's pointing forward. For the most part, most trainers train you this way. And the back foot is sort of pointing forward, but, you kind of balance yourself out. No, Dimitri's is fully flat. It's like his front foot is this way and his back foot is this way. And he's able to just kind of slide through the canvas. So, this type of movement is not the regular movement that Solomon Barrera's used to. It's something that I was taking a look at earlier today, and it was really interesting to see the way Dimitri Bivol always keeps that back foot like that. And if you really pay attention to his fights, he's able to slide in and out. And that's a very important attribute to his game, is that ability to go in and out and slide off that foot. And I think that that's going to be one of the problems in range for Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Nonetheless, I got to roll with my Mexican bro, even though I love Dimitri Bivol. But I have high hopes for Gilberto in this division. I have high hopes for him. Shit, man, why not reach 50-0, Everybody's trying to catch my man Floyd Mayweather. Shout out to him, the champy. Maybe he could get there. He's only 6 fights away. So let's see if he can get there. Dimitri Bivol, again, he has his hands full. But with all that money he just made, man, he must be having a hell of a camp. He must be all right. Things are squared away. His name is really out there now, especially after that win over Canelo. So the opportunity is definitely opening up for Dimitri Bivol. He is the champion. So a championship fight, mandatory now to the WBA title. Gilberto Ramirez is going to have a chance to see if he can take that from Dimitri. So, again, this was a quick hitter again, man, and I just wanted to jump in and kind of talk about it a little bit and see what you guys think about Gilberto Zurdo, the opponents that he's just faced, which obviously are not the top. But maybe you can, tell me something about it and leave it in the comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell. And, yeah, man, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. So every time I go live, you guys are here with me kicking it, man, and listening to some of the boxing knowledge I'm kicking, man, from an insider approach, from inside the ring and outside now. Dimitri Bivol versus Gilberto Zurdo, still in negotiations, so we don't have a fight date. Looking forward to this fight. Again, guys, this is a quick hitter. Dumatron is about to be out. Let me just check the chat again. Make sure I get everybody. Hit them with one last horn for everybody that's listening. I appreciate y'all. And if I could tell you one more thing, I guess, or I'll even put it on a poll before I go, actually. That's the right thing to do. Let's do a poll. And let's see what you guys think before I go. I really want to know. Can Gilberto, right, Ramirez, actually fight in the heavyweight division? And I'm not going to extend the question any longer than that, actually. I don't want to. I don't want to extend it more than that because I can go ahead and say, I could put, certain stipulations to this question. But can Gilberto Ramirez actually fight in the heavyweight division? Do you think that he's actually going to be able to fight in that division? Is he able? I mean, he's claiming to be able. He could be in there with AJ Wilder. I mean, to me, I think it was tall claims, but being as though he rehydrated 204 pounds in that Borzell fight, you just never know. But fun question to ask you guys: can he be in that division? And while you're at it, do you believe that he can beat a Dimitri Bivol, or is just talks again from the other side of the fence? Who's gonna be the one to put Dimitri Bivol away? Canelo couldn't do it. Can Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez do it? We're hopeful. Shout out to MEC and Trav. Holy moly, my man Trav. What up, champy? Shout out to MEC as well. Much respect. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a quick take on Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez and his claims that he can take on the Dimitri Bivol and put him away. Avenge his fellow countryman's loss in Canelo Alvarez. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Leave any questions or comments in the comment section. This was Alex Doomsday Linus. Quick hitter. I'm over. It's out. We're out of here, champions. Cheers.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud, you can never doubt, know what I'm